Who's starting this time?
Not it. No, we can't make Bob.
I did last time.
I know, but like that. Did we use that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yo, let's draw thumbs.
Hey guys, what's up?
Oh hey.
Just blow out the audio as soon as we fucking start. Sorry for your ears, friendos.
Yeah, just lower that a little bit.
Dylan's starting the episode.
You just did.
I just did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You want to say welcome to?
No, wait, guys. Welcome to the Joystick Show. I don't know what episode it is.
Make a guess.
56.
It's 4, but
Oh,
he
shit.
tried.
I knew it.
He gave it a shot, and that's what matters. He tried.
What's
Remember
a week
to
anyway?
try.
Yeah.
You what is it? You miss 100% of the
Try.
shots you don't.
Try your
You miss
darndest.
100% of the tries you don't shot.
Ooh, let me
Tries
give
you don't
a Shang
shot.
Chi quote. You can give
Oh,
the
right.
grandma.
What was it? She said she was
says,
like the bow and arrow, right?
Yeah, she says
was like,
if you don't aim,
You'll never.
you'll
hit.
never hit or
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, that's mad generic
That's
though.
dope.
Look at
That's
that,
generic
right?
though.
How's it?
I've never heard it.
Anyway, welcome to the Joystick Show, episode 54. I'm Bobby.
I'm Joey.
Ooh, out of order, Dylan.
Caught your ass.
Jerry.
And yes, I said episode 54 already, and I just said it a third time.
Yeah.
So
Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like. I'll tell you
And
something.
comment.
Yeah.
Dylan will give you something to comment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which depends.
Wow, that water really hit. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
That was refreshing. Let's start this off how we do every single time. You know, we talk about how everybody's been doing. Let's start with Jerry. What's up,
Yeah.
broski?
I love Jerry.
I've been chilling,
Relaxing, all
fucking-
cool.
Yeah, I mean, I just been busy
No,
with
no
class.
b-ball.
What happened?
I just been busy with class.
Yeah.
Still the
Yeah.
coding thing, right?
Yeah,
Anything different? Just like
Anything
ramping up the
different?
difficulty.
yeah, just happening. Oh, we were on like a little break, so we just like started up again.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah,
He's on hardened right now.
Not veteran. He's not veteran.
He's not
yet.
veteran yet.
You working any projects?
Besides the hangman thing, that was like one of the exiting part of like the first like big section. So
Mhm.
nothing yet.
Did you
Just learning new like methods and stuff.
check this out? Check out how I'm about a real Jerry. And have you seen any new movies in the theater, Jerry?
Ooh.
Specifically on Thursday.
Bro, yesterday we went to watch
We went
Shang
to
Chi.
the midnight release of Shang-Chi,
Yeah.
which is really just the last showing at the theater the night before it comes
Right,
out.
We went at like 9
Yeah.
o'clock.
But can I just say, right? That was probably like one of the best Marvel movies
That
that's
was a
come out.
great
Really?
Marvel movie.
In my opinion, I honestly think it might have been one of the best Marvel movies I've seen since Black Panther.
Wow.
Yeah.
It gives off that same
That's
energy.
hot.
It
That's
gets
hot.
like, yeah, it gives
Has
off
like the
same
culture
energy.
behind it. I don't want to. Obviously, I'm not gonna. No spoilers because it's so fresh of a movie. But it kind of has like. It might be too far to say like they have their own technology quote per se, but it gives. It's almost like they have their vibranium type thing.
Okay.
It's
so
very
they got their
similar.
own thing.
Exactly.
Aside from their culture, it's like, and we got this.
Yeah, and it adds a
What do you
complete.
got?
It adds a completely new element to the MCU. It's like nothing you've ever seen before.
That's dope.
No wizards, no aliens. Just something
I really
completely
want to see it, but I just found out it's not on Disney Plus. It's
different.
only theaters.
theatrical. Yeah.
Right.
Bro, go on a
Let
date.
me
Let's
know.
go again. Let's go again.
No,
Word. For that, I will
Word.
100%.
Word.
I'm down to
Is
go
it
again.
worthy of the very first movie to see back from?
It's because
COVID?
this guy's waiting for Spider-Man.
Bro, I'm waiting
Joey,
for Spider-Man.
go on
I
a
want that
date.
to be my first
Anybody,
COVID back
anyone,
movie.
male or female, that wants to go on a date with Joseph Ortega,
No,
he will court
Male
you.
or female.
only for Spider-Man.
What was I gonna say?
Okay.
You gotta let me wear my Spider-Man mask.
That's on you, Joey.
Okay, no one's interested.
Think about this, Joey. You can go watch Shang-Chi to watch the movie that sets it up. You see, because as me and
Okay.
Jerry can attest,
It's
that
set
first
up.
post-credit
Set up.
scene is pretty damn fucking
Alright.
important.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know,
So I'm
The
only
first one?
watching it for Spider-Man.
Was.
not the one with the sister. The first one was the one with the the big one.
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
the
yeah.
honchos. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Alright,
so let's
gonna
go
be
see it. Let's go see it
Great
then.
setup.
I'm
yeah.
gotta
down.
go see it.
100% down.
I'll go see it with you guys.
But yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to?
Since you guys been watching high quality content, I've been watching my own theatrics.
Oh.
Yeah, which is YouTube videos.
I was
of course.
expecting you to be like low quality content.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
bless us with some
No, just like videos about like natural disasters. Videos about like I watched just one guy, Plainly Difficult, and he does like nuclear stuff
Mhm.
about how like U.S. just like bombed a bunch of islands and stuff like that. interesting stuff.
Hmm.
Also, just like
Inhabited islands or just like test.
they told the people to leave and they went to a different island, but the bomb was like way more powerful than they thought it was. So there was like nuclear fallout.
man.
But he mainly focuses on like.
I think I've heard stuff about that. Like they got like diseases and shit from it.
Yeah, Marshall Islands.
Man, right.
But he usually does. My B whoop. Yeah, but he usually does like disaster videos. There's another guy, Fascinating Horror. He also does similar things like buildings burning down and shit like that. Mainly like iconic history.
Lovely.
It's like history, but also like
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Man,
So
it's kind of on the same
intriguing.
spectrum, and I don't want to go on a tangent about this because it's like mad dark.
yeah.
But I was recently looking into the Miami building collapse
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
happened a few months
Yeah,
ago.
Right.
And then in reading that, I was reading about like other major like infrastructure collapses that have happened. And have you ever heard of like the Hyatt Regency Skywalk
Yep.
disaster?
Yep.
That shit's insane.
Bro, literally, all 3 channels I just listed all have a video about that
it,
exact
yeah.
one.
It's like the second deadliest United States like death toll thing due to like collapsing of faulty
Yeah.
construction.
Basically, they rushed construction on a hotel, and what was it, Kansas City? Something
like that.
Yeah, it was like a Midwest city, and then they rushed it, and then they had a huge party, and on the catwalk, it basically just collapsed.
They had like skywalks at different heights,
Yeah.
and the top one collapsed onto the second one, and then that one collapsed onto the party, and it killed like 200 people or something like that. Yeah, it's wild. And then the most deadly one was like, I think
the Safun Korean disaster.
no, in America it was like it's similar though. It was like a factory collapse that happened in like the 30s, and it's like one of those things where they don't really know, but they know the death toll could have been like in the thousands. Like that's how crazy it was.
Crazy.
But
This is a fun podcast,
right?
bro.
Off to a fantabulous
Bro, newly made
start.
buildings are scary.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
You never know, because like people are using all these like poorly sourced materials and stuff.
just installed,
and those
like,
are the
everything.
worst ones.
Hope it all works.
Yeah,
Right.
because in when you think about a building collapsing, usually you think like, oh, it's really old.
Right.
But
But
all
yeah,
of the
no.
most dangerous ones, it's brand new buildings. It's
because
buildings
the
that
old
are like
ones
a
are
year
all
old.
made with like really good quality
Yeah.
wood and all that
wood,
stuff.
or you
It was cheap
refurbish
back
it.
then.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're just turning into a home redecorating.
Yeah.
And
That's what we do. Like
Yeah.
I feel like every 5 episodes was just like home decor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Joey's room, open door. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or we can just talk about Property Brothers. That's
Yeah.
a
I
solid
hate
one.
them. I don't want
Yeah.
to talk about them.
Why not?
I hate them.
How
I
about
just-
the one that does? She shows the house, right? That's the one that's married to Zoe
I hate
Deschanel.
them that much. That's how much I hate them.
Yeah.
I don't even learn. They're the twins, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
I hate
twins,
them. I hate
yeah.
them. They were in a Twitch commercial for something, and I stopped
Why were
watching
they
Twitch. Like, yeah,
Get the fuck off, bro.
exactly. No, Bobby, what have you been up to? I've been up to. No, I wanted to talk about one thing. 2 podcasts ago, I mentioned that I was platinuming the Arkham series,
Yeah.
and then last, podcast, I was mentioning that I was on my way to finishing the 3rd one,
Mm-hmm.
and now I can't platinum the 3rd fucking game because it's broken, and it
Yep.
pisses me the hell
Shout
off.
out to the glitch trophies.
Yeah, there's literally a mission right near the end of the game that's like very much necessary to beat, and you just can't beat it because every time you start driving the Batmobile, it sends you back to the PlayStation menu, and it's like, bro, you're fucked. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it says that literally.
So
Damn.
does no one have this platinum?
But that's the thing.
It's
So
like,
I've looked at
50-50?
yeah. So I've looked it up, and people are either like, I did it, like I played through the whole game with no problem, and then other people are like, yeah, my game crashed, and it's not even like at that specific part. I'm just pretty sure like the game is really like, we talked about it too a few weeks ago about how like the game launched poorly, but I think the game has like really bad problems on newer consoles because people have like stated issues on PS5 and Xbox Series X trying to replay that game. Which also is weird because it's one of those like the PlayStation Plus like classics, the ones you get for free when you get the PlayStation Plus.
So
So they like add it for free, but
everyone
it doesn't
has it. So I bet hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people went for this platinum. You
Probably,
know? A lot of
yeah.
people were like, I'm
Yeah,
100% this
word.
game. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't play this mission. 'cause
And the
it
funny
doesn't
thing
work.
is like I wasn't even platinuming it. I was just trying to beat the game so that I could unlock like the challenge modes to do that to get the platinum, and I can't even do that.
Damn. So shout out to the people that don't try to platinum games. They just play for story. They can't even beat it.
Yeah. They're just
Right.
like,
It's,
oh,
it's so stupid.
whoopsies.
It's like 76% through the game, and I'm like, well,
So dumb.
There's
that
been
sucks.
times, the only other experience I have of that is when a game is like, has a trophy that like you would have to go back for, and it's like you can't, then that's just like, all right.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
kills it. I'm not gonna replay through the whole game.
I only did that for Scott Pilgrim. There was a glitch because I leveled up my characters before I had to do something real mat specific, and I was really upset, and I didn't play it for like a week. But then I went back, deleted my entire save, and had to do everything from scratch just to get that one trophy.
Oh,
Wow.
that's shit.
Luckily, like that game is mad short. Scott Pilgrim is like only like an hour, 2 hour
Yeah.
long.
It's not that bad.
No, whatever. Yeah, it's not.
Plus, you have to play it so many times, right? You have to.
That was the thing. You have to play it a lot of times.
I hate platinums like that, where you just have to literally play the game like 20 times, like the PlayStation All Stars stupid shit.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
What is that? That's the Smash clone?
Yeah, but that trophy you basically have to beat the game once with every character,
Oh, okay.
and the game it takes like 20 minutes. So you're just doing.
Oh, you're
it's
doing
so
the same thing
repetitive.
over
It's
and
not.
over
Yeah,
again.
exactly.
You
It's
know
so
what?
annoying.
What trophies I hate? Ones that require you to play online when the online services like no one's playing them.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
when it-
sucks. Yeah.
mhm. There's
It's like
some-
play
there-
100 online matches and
That
you
the
try to at
servers
least
aren't
have
up.
one. The servers are not up. There's no one joining.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, okay,
All
I'm
the
not gonna
other
get
games.
this.
I was
It's like-
gonna get the Burnout. This is a random one, but I got Burnout Remastered, Burnout Paradise.
That's a
Oh,
good
that's
game.
cool.
And there's a trophy where you have to play a 16-player game, and you have to fucking boost it online. Apparently, there's like a Discord that you could join, and it's like kind of
Wow.
organized. But I'm
Just
like,
to, I need 16
Yeah, yeah,
players.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
really need
or it's something big.
this.
It's like 10 players or something. It's like a giant. server.
I
It's
need
like,
friends, please.
play this one round with me, and
Is
then
there
everyone leaves.
anyone that's trying to get this obscure trophy with me
No,
at the same
yeah,
time?
yeah, and
Yeah.
apparently they get like a server a day. Apparently, they get like one.
That's funny.
People just wait in there.
That game is fun.
We talked about platinum games on the last episode pretty heavily. That's pretty much how we ended the podcast. But I was talking, you weren't here, about how you fucking left me to platinum Ghosts without me.
Oh yeah,
I'm so
classic.
sad. That's the one platinum I never got.
Absolute
I
classic.
had to watch it fade away into the
Classic.
darkness. Maybe the extinction servers are still.
Do you
up, who
guys
knows?
remember the 3v3 mode we played? That was amazing.
in
On
what?
what game?
In Ghosts, it was like domination, but it was
Yes.
also like search and
Yes.
destroy.
Yes.
and it was us
Yes.
three, and we had like the best. team.
Definitely remember that. That was mad fun.
But it was only around for a little bit. It wasn't around like the whole time.
Yo, can we
Those
can we
limited-
play that game again? I want to play Extinction.
Yeah, I want to play
it's on
Ghosts.
PS4, so we can get it for PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play it.
I think I
I'll
sold
play
it.
it when I get home.
Did I sell it to you?
Yeah.
Yep, that's my Ghost.
I want it back. I have a digital edition.
Oh yeah, send that shit right back, bro. Fucking yeah. Oh no, I was gonna mention one last. Oh no, that was the thing. I was gonna say the Ghost thing.
Joey, what are you doing?
Yeah, Joey,
What the fuck you do?
how's work been, bro?
Bro, I haven't gone back to work. I'm just getting ready for work. So I had to remake my classroom. They repainted it.
We talked about this. Remember? I
Yeah.
talked on the podcast. We talked
Right.
about how teachers.
Oh, we
have to do
talked
that.
about it. We're not
Yeah.
in a.
But now
Yeah,
we have
I
the
was
inside.
repaint. It's a lot of repainting, and I did the borders, and I was like, all right, I'm done. But then not on top. On top of that, you have to like rearrange all the toys, make sure the toys are cleaned and the buckets are clean and everything. You know where everything is, just in case kids are like, I need scissors or I need glue. So I opened my cabinets like over the summer, and there's just like shit everywhere. And I'm like, I need to organize this. I made the classroom look pretty. I need to like organize all the materials inside the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like two things to worry
I'm imagining a bucket of sharp scissors, you know,
Like the other way.
And Joey's like,
Here you go.
no, and then Joey's like, maybe we should reorganize this. That'd be smart.
Yeah, maybe I should put the razor blades away.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah,
I gonna
but
say?
that's basically it. Met the parents. Not a lot of parents showed up on Meet Parent Teacher Day. So I met like 6 out of 18.
Like 6 pairs of parents, or
6 parents. Because they were not allowed to bring 2 because we're still doing COVID
Gotcha.
stuff. So it was like 1 parent, no kids. Still brought kids. But
This
it was
is my
good.
child.
It
I'm
was a
gonna
good
meet him next
turnout.
week.
I was gonna
My
say,
child.
I feel like, cause it's funny, like I started dating Betta like around the time Joey started like teaching pretty seriously, so it kind of happened at the same time, and then it was like at that moment that I started to realize like not how serious teaching is, but I kind of got that like introspective look into it, and now I like fully understand that like the week or the 2 weeks before school is literally like boot camp for fucking teachers.
Yeah.
Like teachers
Get
are
ready.
like, yeah, they're like in the classrooms, fucking painting, like you said, organizing mad shit. And like beforehand, it, you know, in my stupid head, it's just like, oh, they just do that like the day
They just
before.
roll
They do
up.
that the day
Yeah,
before.
Or the class is like that over the summer,
Yeah,
low
No,
key.
the word.
no,
The chat is
no,
like-
you gotta do that. It takes a while. It takes a while to get everything. And
Especially,
then
like, in
kids come in and mess it up.
Yeah, especially in the public school sense when like summer school comes in and you don't have control over like what's going on in your room and shit like that. Like I never thought about that either.
Mhm.
That must be mad annoying.
I mean, it's your space.
Yeah.
And
Bro,
also, it's kind of
what are you
like,
doing in my classroom?
important.
Oh, we're having pottery class in here. During
Bro,
the
I know
summer.
when like all this.
This is
like,
spill
school
everything
stuff
on the
is
floor
happening.
class.
This is
paint the
completely
wall like
wrecked the
different
wall
color.
class.
Yeah.
I know when all the school stuff is happening now because of you guys.
Yeah.
Word.
Whenever
I
it's,
also
like, some
follow
crazy,
a lot.
like,
Like I
oh,
was saying on
you
the
heard
last
about
podcast, I follow a lot of teachers.
You heard about what
so.
this happened? This teacher
Yeah.
in like Connecticut did this.
It's also just like we're at that age where like all those people that we like went to school with are teachers who wanted to be
Right.
teachers type of thing.
Mhm.
Like everybody who's not us is in a career right now. You know what I mean? We're getting there. Joey beat us.
I'm halfway there.
I didn't beat anyone.
I'm halfway there too. Officially freelancing.
Joey's still in school, so technically Joey does not count.
I'm in school.
We're all in school. Well, I'm not the.
Yeah.
I'm actually the only one not in school,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
You're free.
Yay!
No,
Free.
no
Not
shackles. I mean, not really, because I'm off of school for a week because Labor Day, and they're just like, "Oh, we're gonna give you the whole week off."
Oh, that's
Oh, nice.
So I have Monday
I only have
through.
the
I
day.
have Monday
I only have
through.
the day.
So I have Monday through Wednesday off, but then I don't have class Thursday, and then I don't have class on that Friday, so I'm off the whole week next week.
lit.
Wow.
I'm about to go hang out
doing all
with.
that.
So
Are
we're
we
gonna
gonna
come
see that
back from
movie?
Labor Day.
I have homework, but yeah, let's go see the fucking movie.
So fucking see the movie.
You just
see the movie, bro.
you just have to watch the what's it called? I forgot the name of it, but the Twilight ripoff.
Oh, is that the one that
Yeah.
you show? Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
We gotta
pretty-
watch that.
Yeah.
We watch it upstairs.
Dylan actually
honestly.
has an arsenal of bad movies that we need to check
There's
out
a lot.
ASAP. What was
There's
the
a
one with
lot.
like the old guy? Like the
Neil
like,
Breen.
Yeah.
I love Neil Breen. Neil Breen's the great.
We gotta show you that trailer.
Neil
later.
Breen's
That one
the
was pretty
best,
fantastic.
bro. But yeah, the vampire movie's horrible, but it's literally a shot for shot remake of
Twilight.
yeah,
Incredible.
the last vampire on Earth. And the name of the director is Vitali Versace, and he's like
Nice.
he pretends to be like an Italian guy, but he's from like New Jersey.
Why does this sound
Wow.
like that? Like that's the director's name? That sounds like he would be in his own movie.
Yeah.
That's a director's
Yeah.
name. That's like, and I want to be the vampire.
And there's like a behind the scenes like take on like one of the DVDs, and he's like, he's a good actor. He shows up on time. Like when you're supposed to like
Yeah,
praise
yeah,
your
yeah.
actor, he's just kind of like, he's okay.
he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's okay.
Yo,
Dress
let's,
is nice.
I wanted to bring something up.
Yeah.
So obviously it's no surprise we live in Queens, New York. It's where
Yeah.
it's where the Joystick Show comes to you live every
Queens.
well, you get it Wednesday, and it's not so live.
Correct.
But we got hit with a fucking storm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me put it into my perspective real quick. I knew that the storm was coming. I think we all did. Like we all expected rain. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that day I was playing video games like all day. So I was playing video games like maybe from like I think the rain started the day like 5 or 6 p.m. and I played until like midnight that night. So I was playing games, and then it wasn't until like 8 p.m. that I like looked out my window and I was like, "Oh,
It is violently
it's
raining.
fucking pouring."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I went downstairs, I opened my front door. There was a river in my street.
Yeah.
I was thinking about how your street must have fucking lived, considering you live on a steep hill like that.
It was a waterfall, bro.
And then I woke up the next morning to see that like half of New York City was fucking underwater, and that
Yup.
shit was insane.
Word, all the
Flash
subways.
flooding.
Mm-hmm.
Very important. I mean, I don't think I wasn't watching the news. I don't watch TV, but I feel like the weather people should have made it more clear that this was a fucking hurricane. This was the hurricane.
Yeah.
I think it turned into a tropical storm, and then like they stopped covering it.
But it feels like
Yeah.
that always happens.
My
here.
theory is
Yeah.
that because
But when we have another hurricane, they hype it the fuck
And
up.
then it does nothing.
prior to this hurricane they called it Aiight, and prior
Yeah,
to this,
yeah.
maybe like literally 2 to 3 weeks, they were like hyping Henry up.
Yeah.
Hurricane Henry, get your stuff.
That's how it always works. That's how it
They
always
were
works.
hyping Henry like he was gonna come and rock this place.
I'd have hyped this one up.
I'd have hyped this one up.
Thank you for coming on your last podcast, Jerry. We'll send you your last check in the mail. That was a good
Oh my
try.
God.
But,
It's like
hate you.
it's not even making fun of a natural disaster. It's come
Yeah.
on. it's like
but that happened with Sandy. Remember we had Hurricane Irene.
yeah, the year before,
and everybody
Literally
hyped it up. They were
directly
like,
the year before.
yeah, they were like, it's
Everyone
gonna be
was like,
terrible. And then when Sandy came up, they were like, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
No worries.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy ruined Halloween.
Sandy ruined a lot more than.
my house, bro.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure one person at this
Yeah.
table could talk pretty heavily about how Sandy affected them.
Yeah, word.
Considering he lived with me for a few days.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, great stuff.
Fucking no, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna ask. Does I know Dylan knows, but does anybody else here know how they name hurricanes?
They throw it on a dartboard.
Don't they alternate between like guy and girl?
They do alternate guy and
Go in
girl.
alphabetical
Alphabetic,
order.
yeah.
There you go.
Alphabetical order?
Yeah.
They alternate male, female names and in alphabetical order. So the last one was Henry.
Aiight.
And that's why there's repeats, because you run out of names.
hurricane gonna be me?
Joey.
Hurricane Joey. Oh, look out for that one.
I hope they pick another J name. Just
to fuck you over.
It's going to be Josie.
Can you imagine how many
Jerry.
Hurricane Joeys they've already had, bro?
Yeah.
Word.
That was probably the first J. They probably were waiting for that. There's a meteorologist named Joe that was like, "It's my turn."
I was actually
And
watching...
then that hurricane killed like 600 people.
Yeah. Jesus, man.
I really hope that's not real. I'm not gonna look up Hurricane Joe.
They're like placing bets. Yo, my hurricane. You ain't ready for my hurricane, bro. Place your bets.
I was actually watching a video about how the name... I think it's the name... Is it Joe or Joe and John have their own version in every single language?
Really?
Yeah, like John,
I see it.
there's like Johannes. And that's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like reading it about it, and they're like, well, Muhammad is this. And then it's like they related it to like Arabic and how that is like their version of John. I was like, what the fuck?
Crazy.
So like that name, and like there's like Hawan and stuff like that. Like every language has like their own version of it. Johan.
Common name on Earth. Read a
Interesting.
fucking book.
Jose is called Joe by his family sometimes.
Yeah, all of his sisters call him Joe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was actually the one to kind of like stop that because Joe. I'm starting it again.
No.
Fucking
Joe. I mean,
No.
honestly, if your name wasn't Joe, we call him
yeah,
Joe.
exactly. When we met Jose, he was
yeah.
like, he told everybody else, he was like, "Yo, my name is Joe," but I told him straight up, I was like, "Oh, I have a Joey," and he was like, "You call me Jose," so I called him Jose, and then everybody at our school just started calling him Jose. So-
Yeah, I called him Jose too. Yeah.
and that happened with John Boy too.
Yeah.
I just
Everyone-
started. I had a
everyone called John Boy
Yeah.
John Boy.
I had a cousin growing up who had a friend named Jonathan and he used to call his friend John Boy. So he'd always come to like pool parties and shit like that. You're John Boy.
Oh,
So when I
John
met
Boy.
John at school, I don't know, just came
Yeah,
out of my
John
mouth
Boy.
and then everybody fucking
Mm-hmm.
called him that.
And of course, when I hear something like that, I'm like, let's fucking go, John
Yeah.
Boy. Look at you.
Bro, next time you meet someone,
catchy,
just
you know.
give them like something
We're
to
just
like
gonna give a random name.
give him a random name and see if it pops off. See if
Yeah.
like more people start calling him that. His,
Call you
his
Claudio.
mom starts calling him that. His parents start calling him that. And you'd be like, I named him.
I think shit like that is cool though. Like I really like nicknames, not like because I identify more as Bobby than I do Robert, and it's not my
Right.
actual name. So I kind of like that. Like I would kind of want to do, even if I don't name my kid the same name as me, which I probably won't anyway. I kind of want to do the same thing where I give my kid a name, but I call him or her something
Right.
completely different.
Even like purposely give them like a longer version
Yeah,
of the.
but it's funny because I fucking hate the Bede wants to do the exact opposite. Bede wants to name our kid like because my
Like a
girlfriend's name is
nickname.
Berenice, which is very unique.
Yeah.
So she wants to give our kids unique names, which I'm fine for. But the name that we've set is that we like Maxie, which I'm for a girl, and I'm cool with that. I think it's a cool name. But what I wanted to do was give her like a fuller name, like Mackenzie or some shit like that, and then call her Maxie. And my girlfriend's like, no, her full name has to be Maxie, and I'm like,
You gotta
how
shorten
about Maxine or something? You know
How
what I
would
mean?
you
It's
spell
like-
that?
What?
Maxie?
Like Maxie or something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
But the whole shtick is like she wants that to be the actual name.
Yeah.
But you know,
Just
it's not
shorten
like I
Maxie
have
to
much. Not like I have much of a say in that. I'm not really
Yo,
growing her in
ma.
my
Yo,
stomach.
ma.
I have like how much of a say does the dad really have in naming the kid? Was it like 20%, 30%?
It depends on the woman, I think.
Yeah.
It depends.
But then also, it's like a lot of times, like guys can get desperate and they kind of, they simp out, especially if you have a wife.
Mm-hmm.
Wifing is simping out a little bit, at least a tiny bit,
Ooh,
right?
okay.
So it's like it's like if you're buying like a car for both of you, for example, like, oh, we're gonna use this car, right? And then eventually we'll both have our own car. It's like the girl can kind of choose what car you get, honestly.
Yeah, it's true.
Especially if they're using it more, like
Right.
they can
Guys,
choose.
for
it.
if
sure.
guys got to choose,
I mean, I
kids'
think-
names
I don't-
would be
I-
more Goku.
Despite like the whole like this sex, that sex, I just think
Goku
like what you
decal.
said there, like whoever's gonna use it more, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whoever
It'd be more Goku,
makes the most use
it'd
of
be
it.
more like anime names.
Shout out to
I mean,
the
of
two
course.
conversations going on at the
Yeah.
same fucking.
I feel like
time.
that happens a lot.
It happens once per episode.
Guys, just have your own fucking podcast. Honestly,
Bro,
if you're gonna be doing
What
that,
happened was you were
have your own show, bro. We're having. He's talking. He's the only one talking. If he's talking, we're all listening. What are we talking about?
Look, Joey's about to fucking slap your ass.
What we're talking about is he said that one of you said that that women get to choose the car, and Joey's like, yeah, fucking guys got to pick their car. They pick some like Goku shit.
Wait,
They
what?
pick like a Goku like
No.
decal.
I was talking about something else. I said if guys get to choose their kid's name, there'd be more Goku. That's what I meant.
It's
I'm
actually
imagining the full car just decaled out with like a giant, like instead of the
But no,
racing
he's like-
stripe, it's down the middle of like a Mustang.
It's like Goku in the gangsta outfit.
yeah. Yo, get a car with SpongeBob with the fucking hood
Kakarot
SpongeBob.
and graffiti lettering, bro.
Oh man.
The amount of Naruto's Goku.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the
man.
amount of fucking anime names in general.
I mean, there's already like all these Game of Thrones stuff. So.
What was I gonna say? I'm actually kind of excited. We've done obviously the first guest on the Joystick show,
Mhm.
but I'm excited to have the first female on the Joystick
Oh,
show.
God.
let's
Right?
go.
Who's
So
that?
whenever we coerce Jessica into it,
Whenever we get
I want to
Charlize
get Jessica on
Theron.
the show.
I don't think Jessica says yes. Jessica's too. Jessica doesn't have Instagram or anything. She would, or maybe she would just for that reason, right? 'Cause she'd be like nothing
No
to
one will see
lose,
it.
right?
Yeah. Well, that's the episode that pops off, and
Right,
Jessica
it's
is.
like, Jessica,
we
Jessica
literally-
takes her own
no,
YouTube career.
Yo, we
Oh
no,
my
like we make
God.
fun of Jessica, and everyone just sticks to that
Yeah,
one
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
and they're like, "Yeah, fuck Jessica."
Our first shirt is
Yeah.
the fuck
Yeah,
Jessica.
yeah. It's literally Jessica's face. Like,
Can't wait to take this
we
out and then
nailed
just
it.
text this to her immediately.
Sorry.
We should probably put in for context. Jessica's a dear friend of ours.
Yeah.
We've known Jessica probably just as long as me, Joey,
There's a
and Jerry have
person
known each
watching at
other.
home
I've known
named
Jessica
Jessica
since I was in pre-K.
To put it into perspective, yeah, Joey's known Jessica fucking forever.
Damn.
But to put it in perspective, there was a very long time where like the squad was me, Joey, Jerry, and Jessica, like
Mhm.
OD, and now it's me, Jerry, and Jessica. Joey, we dropped them, so it's because Joey doesn't have an iPhone. The name of our group is the Blue Bubbles because we text an iPhone, and blue bubbles come up.
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't
wow,
know.
really?
Honestly, I didn't
Wow.
know.
That's
That's so lame, bro. I didn't know there was some Android hate going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't
know
name
that.
it. I didn't
Yeah.
name it.
Yeah.
Android
yeah.
hate,
I think you
bro.
named it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even use it. I use
What the
MIUI.
fuck?
It
but-
just happens to be all blue bubbles. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Can you change the bubble color?
No, it's if
Nah.
if the message.
So then it's always
sends-
going to be blue bubbles.
No, it's blue if you're texting between iPhones.
Yeah, because
Right.
iMessage.
But if you're texting somebody who doesn't have an iPhone, aka an Android,
read
it's
receipts,
green.
red receipts.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
That's
it's
kind of
technically something. Yeah, that's what he
Mhm.
said. It's iMessage because it's like a different service, and then you SMS texting.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a
Correcto
whole thing.
mundo.
Technology.
You
I wanted
text
to-
from your fucking
I
computer.
wanted to bring up a
Yeah.
topic.
Okay.
It's something that I've been looking into a lot. It's not serious at all, but start thinking about cartoons because this is where this is gonna go.
Okay, brain. I'm brain blasting.
Have you guys ever heard of the term flanderization?
Net
No.
Flanders.
Flander.
It relates to that.
Okay.
So the term flanderization is basically, and it's one of my new favorite things. I use it surprisingly a lot now. It's a term for like when a character, primarily in a cartoon, it could happen in live action, but it's usually in a cartoon. It's when they've been on the air for so long that as time goes on, their character starts to get written more and more and more. It's just a caricature of what made them like funny in the first place.
Yeah.
So it happens to a lot of characters. One of the more popular ones is like SpongeBob. You remember how SpongeBob
it gets
in the
stale.
exactly.
Yeah.
SpongeBob starts off as kind of like a funny, like he's clearly an adult. He has a job, and the humor
Mhm.
comes from his interactions with the other people in Bikini Bottom.
And they're often based on like other stories
yeah,
from the
yeah,
past.
yeah.
And
But as the show
yeah.
goes on, he becomes an
It's-
idiot kid. You know what I mean? Like he's
Right.
a
Yeah.
doofus kind of thing.
It's almost
Yeah.
like not like almost like a parody of what,
Exactly.
or
Yeah.
like someone else is writing them almost.
So it happens a lot, and the term actually comes from Ned Flanders from The Simpsons because he started out similarly. Like he had, I guess, like weight to him.
He
Like,
had his own arc. He had nuance.
exactly, and then
yeah.
he just kind of became like the Christian neighbor.
Yeah.
Hi diddly ho.
Yeah,
like,
what did they
and
do?
that became the joke.
Yeah.
So my question to you is there a cartoon character that you
That's done
recognize that has been heavily flanderized? And I only bring it up because I had been thinking of one from a show that I've been watching nonstop for the past couple of months. And I looked up a list, and on multiple lists, he's either number 1 or number 2.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I'll give you guys some time to think
I mean,
about it.
I'm assuming I'm just trying to think of Family Guy.
Well, that's exactly where
I
we're
was-
coming from.
And I'm trying to think of what, because there are set, like, I feel like this happens with every long running cartoon.
Well, the funny thing is like every character on Family Guy has been flanderized to some degree. If
Yeah.
I'm being honest, probably except one, which is still my favorite character to this day, and that's
Interesting.
Stewie.
yeah.
I don't think
Stewie's
Stewie's been heavily flanderized.
Stewie's
I don't
switches
think
up
he, I actually think they switched him up very
several
much.
times. They
But
switch
the
them
thing
up
with
quite often.
Stewie is that he's not like a full parody of one thing. Like he's his own character. He's always been that
Yeah.
way, and he just like has little highlights. Either he's taking over the world, or he's gay, or
Yeah,
this, that,
trying
and
to
the
kill
other.
Lois, or he's
Exactly.
trying to, yeah.
But the one that I fucking hate the most, and the one that keeps appearing number 1, number 2, is Brian on Family Guy.
Yeah.
Brian started off on Family Guy as like my favorite character, and I fucking hate Brian now. He's
Brian's
my least
annoying.
favorite character.
Brian's kind of annoying.
He's
Brian's
just a
annoying.
pretentious douchebag who constantly does like the fucking worst stuff, and then he pins it on other people, and I hate it so much. So I just thought it was funny that I had that like idea already presented, like kind of weird that my favorite character turned into my least favorite character. And then when I started looking into this flanderization thing, he's like the poster child for it.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's fucking crazy.
Wow, man.
Who else is on that list?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious. I can't think
Can
of.
we pull this up?
Yeah, we could. But the one that got number 1 on a lot of lists, and here's the thing, it's a little weird for me. The Titans from Teen Titans. But I don't considerably count it because they went from Titans to Teen Titans Go. You know what I mean? It's a different aspect. So it's a little...
It wasn't like in the official Teen Titans cartoon, like season 4. They
it's not like in the same, right? It's not in the same continuation.
Yeah.
I would say it's its own thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different...
If SpongeBob were to change into its own thing before it could be flanderized, it'd be a different thing.
And what's actually pretty cool is there's even like it's like a visual thing too. Like there's actually really the first time I ever heard the term was on a Nerdstalgic video.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And less like severe as that, but he actually goes into like the history of SpongeBob seasons from like 1 onward. But what's cool about it is not only does he talk about the flanderization of SpongeBob and from the characterization standpoint, but from the art style too. Like as the years go on, like SpongeBob's cheeks get chubbier, his squareness gets shorter, he's less lanky and stuff like that. His eyes get bigger, he gets cuter essentially.
A
stuff
lot of
like
shows
that.
like switch up like that though.
Yeah.
Like I think when I think like that, I think like Tom and Jerry even.
Ooh,
And there's also trends too, right? There's also like, oh, kids like cuter stuff now. We have to make them cuter.
Right.
Ooh, look, a live action one. People say The Office. Specifically the secondary characters. I can see that for sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
Before long, Meredith and Oscar and them just kind of become like that
Right.
one
They
thing.
come in.
Yeah.
They come in with their thing,
Right.
and
Yeah.
then
They come
Especially
in with their
Creed.
thing.
Creed just kind of becomes like the weirdo on the show, which I love. Don't get me wrong. Creed's like
love
the
it.
best. But he's not really like...
He doesn't have a whole character
exactly.
behind him.
Mhm.
He's just there.
Exactly. That's actually a good one because like I said,
That is a good one.
I hadn't thought of many live action ideas.
I mean, I feel like this happens with every show, right?
Parks and Rec...
Kinda, yeah.
I don't think it's more of a flanderization. I just kind of feel like every member of Parks and Rec, it's weird. Like they have a set emotion and they just play that emotion. You know what I mean? Like Leslie's the happy-go-lucky one and Ron is the stern one.
So
you know
this
what
is
I mean?
Inside Out.
But they all have.
basically?
But they all.
Kinda.
But they all have their
Kinda.
own shit though. They all do their own things though.
Yeah.
Right, they all have their own
They're
like
not.
character like
Exactly.
own development thing.
Yeah, and in fact, we watched the video about how they changed Chris Pratt by writing him in.
Yeah,
as this
exactly.
Like
Right.
when you have that character building, it's not really that's what flanderization is.
That's a good segue.
It's the same thing with music too, right? Like there's a lot of bands that they grow stale. Like think of Imagine Dragons. Think of any Imagine Dragon. It's the same fucking song over and over again. That's flanderization of.
You saw how heated though.
Yeah. Or like any band.
Fucking Imagine Dragons!
Yeah.
Fuck Imagine Dragons.
Or like
I
any
used to
band.
love the Imagine Dragons.
And then they become...
Ever heard that first time? Man, I get like so I'm like fucking raging. They had a mandolin. No.
Yeah,
like,
but no, you can probably tell it more easily with
a lot of
with music,
artists it happens with, but you also have that visual aspect. So
Before we get into like more music, I wanted to segue. I don't know if it would... What is it? Deflanderization? If you want to call it that. The opposite of that. A lot of cartoons started doing that after, I think, Adventure Time. Adventure Time started off as like a really goofy, like a boy and his dog in a weird ass
and then they made it serious.
And then it got real serious
And deep.
Like it got real serious to the point that cutesy made up world was the cause of a nuclear war.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn. Steven Universe is another one where it started off as, oh, look at he's a little chunky little kid and he has fun and he has superpowers. And then towards the end, it was like he had depression and mental issues.
All right, I feel like
and
that's just the writers popping off though. That's the writers.
I was like,
hey.
why does it start off really fun and then has like to get on a soapbox? Like, now let's talk about
Maybe
this.
they didn't know how to end it.
I found some interesting reading.
That's
if
what
I-
it
if I
is,
can share
probably.
real quick.
Yeah.
We don't actually get much time to read actual interesting things on the show like this, but this is actually pretty cool.
Interesting.
Office. Okay, no. So first off, this first paragraph just says the whole thing about the Simpsons, but interestingly enough, people also make the case that Lisa Simpson has been even more heavily flanderized than Ned Flanders. Interestingly enough,
But I see that.
other works that have also been criticized for flanderization include the American version of The Office, as we just described.
Right.
Family Guy has also been homicided. what the fuck kind of word is that?
Highlighted.
I don't know why my brain went
Guys,
like that.
comment below what your favorite fake word is and your favorite cartoon character that's been flanderized.
Anyway,
Bang. Boom.
Other fucking, and then it says Family Guy has been highlighted as a prominent example, particularly with Brian and Peter Griffin, which is fair. Peter's
a shell of himself.
Peter.
I feel like as soon as they made like Peter canonically retarded in the show, they were just like, let's just make him an idiot, like forever. And then interestingly enough, other television shows criticized for flanderization include SpongeBob SquarePants, Silicon Valley, and Dragon Ball Super.
I can see Dragon Ball Super for sure. That makes sense.
And then this is the other thing I wanted to say for Joey's sake. Many film characters have been described as being flanderized in sequels or franchises compared to their original portrayal. Flanderization in cinema is particularly prevalent in horror films, especially slasher films.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. After that first movie, they don't know what else to do, and it's just he's back and he's killing more people. Fucking what's her name from Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Freaking Jamie Lee Curtis's character. I forgot her name, but boom, perfect example. To this day, she's still like an old woman in like the new Halloween.
I'm waiting for like another Halloween, and it's just like fucking.
There's another Halloween coming out this year.
Jamie Lee Curtis is 85 years old. She's like,
we're gonna kill him this time.
Yeah. Or she's still not dead. It's like, Michael Myers, fucking kill that bitch. Like, do your job.
Word, Michael Myers kills everyone
except
but
her.
He went already.
Kill her.
They actually bring it up exactly what Dylan said about the music thing, but they shifted into TikTok and stuff. Another example of real-world flanderization is the tendency for musicians, especially those associated with social media, such as TikTok and SoundCloud, to simplify their musical personas after finding some commercial success.
Correct.
Musicians accused of flanderization include Lil Pump, Lil Yachty, and Flo Mill.
Yeah.
Flo Millie?
I don't know if this fits in the category of flanderization, but just yesterday, my sister was helping me organize my room because it's now officially done, guys. It's done.
I'm hyped.
But we were like setting up, and she had her music on shuffle, and they played Sweet Home Alabama, and Tatiana randomly goes, it kind of sounds, imagine writing a song, like you put your heart and soul into a song, you get a band, you're talking about maybe your home state, and then people like change it. It's now a meme song. When people go like, Sweet Home Alabama, it's always like, oh, I know that
like
because of
country.
Yeah, the incest jokes and everything, or the very like country jokes. Like
I
I don't
think
think of
more-
the guy's success. I think of ha.
I mean, that's a fair point. That's an interesting topic of discussion right there. But
Yeah.
I don't think that's necessarily flanderization.
That's what I was
It's
saying.
more
I don't
so
think it fits the
like-
category. I think it's just bad luck.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, some people have benefited from that, though.
Right.
Like,
Oh, for
think of
sure.
Seven
Yeah.
Nation Army. Think of that song. You know how much money fucking Jack White is making off
Because
of
they
that?
play it at every sporting
football
event.
game and every basketball game is like at every sporting event.
We should low-key have on
Yeah.
our next podcast. We just have a topic where we
We
just
have Jack
go
White.
off. Yeah, right. With fucking Jack White. No, I was gonna say we fucking go in a row and see how many like sports songs we can come up. Like what sports you fucking
My
songs
favorite,
you
my
hear?
favorite is Crazy Train. They always play Crazy
Always.
Train.
Just the dun part. Yeah.
Sweet Child of Mine. too.
Iron
Great
Man.
one, yeah.
Iron
That's a
Man. I
good
hear a
one.
lot.
You know which one I hear a lot?
Yeah,
Weirdly
Iron
enough,
Man.
"Smooth" by
Yeah,
Santana.
yeah.
Don't.
Yeah. that really long like whammy note.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like.
Mad weird. I don't know.
I feel that.
There's that song, the hype ass knee. Let's
Word.
go.
Oh yeah. Any Calvin Harris or Diplo song, yeah.
What were you gonna say, Jay?
No, I was about to say that they always pick like the most American songs.
It was picked like
Word.
the most EDM. Like,
Yeah.
what's the number one song on Z100 right now?
I that's my
What's
favorite
gonna
thing.
make people
What's the
really
number
think?
one
Yeah,
song
this is
100
America.
10 years ago.
At baseball games, that's my favorite thing. Like everyone picks their own walk-up song, and every time I judge the person OD hard for their song. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like some fucking country song that's horrible, and
Yeah.
you're just like, no, fuck this guy. And all the Spanish people, they all pick Spanish songs. It's like, all right, I like this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I vibe with this.
TikTok
Or
baseball player.
the Puerto Rican people pick Daddy Yankee and Fat Joe.
Bro, I remember going to see Mets games, right?
Yeah,
with my dad
yeah.
when I was mad young, right? And they would name like some Puerto Rican player, like next on the plate. Ortiz. That was like 3 times in a row because it was like 3 different players.
Yeah. Because or even then, it's like the guy bats several
Yeah,
times.
yeah, exactly.
So
And
they're
they play
like
it
coming
every
up
single
again.
time.
It's him, and then it's.
That's honestly like one cool ass hype thing about live baseball.
Yeah.
That the walk on songs are hype.
Yeah.
It's like the one thing they took from wrestling. Like
Yeah.
no other sport can
Do
really
you know
do that.
Do you know who has the coolest one? And I wish he was the closer. Trevor May on the Mets. the Twitch streamer who now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He has like a really heavy like metal.
Is he on
song.
the Mets?
Yeah, he got signed 2 years.
Oh wow.
So like he comes out to like a heavy metal song. And he walks really slowly and just dead stares the other team. And he's just like, and
That's
like,
fucking that's Tim the Tap Man's friend.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of what you
Very
said.
cool.
Like no other sport does that. Could you imagine like every time the ball gets passed to another player, the song changes?
Oh yeah.
No, like somebody every time they go for like foul shots
Yeah.
about like the most unhyped thing, it's just like
Let's go. Dude. No, yeah. I mean, baseball is like the weirdest sport because it's like the only one not based on time.
Yeah.
So it's like they got.
Yeah,
You
we
could
got
just you
time.
could take hours, bro. Fucking take your time.
Yeah, word.
Golf? Could you take hours of golf?
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll rush you. They'll be like, he should hurry up. He should
Like
hurry the
that
fuck
in a
up."
very soft cadence.
very long just to get to hole 7.
That happens. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of
damn.
like a lot of I was funny because I follow Daltouche, the Apex streamer,
Yeah.
and he's really into like golf. He plays on his like free time. So through following him, I've learned a lot about just like going and playing golf by yourself. And then it's funny, like through that, I've been getting a lot of like weird golf related Instagram posts and shit like that. So I
Yeah.
saw this thing that was like what people think golfing is and what it actually is.
And people waiting.
It's just like a whole thing of like people just like drinking beer and just like hanging out on the golf course. Like apparently golfing is more so just like chilling
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
fucking
It's
just, like,
chit chat.
getting drunk.
Yeah,
and then, like,
you
fucking,
drink, talk,
yep.
chase down your ball.
I remember I wanted to get into golf when I was like pretty young just because like no one wanted to play golf. And I was like, I'm going to try this sport out. And we had an old neighbor who was old and he didn't play golf anymore. And he didn't.
Old neighbor
An
who
old
was
neighbor
old.
who was
old. That's the way you said it.
He was old. But he gave me he heard that I wanted to learn how to play golf and he was like, I have golf clubs that I'm never using. And he gave it to me and I never went to use them. So my dad used them and now my dad plays golf occasionally. So I was like, oh,
Fuck
cool.
you. These are mine.
Yeah, word. My dad literally was like,
You're not
you
gonna
want to
use
play
these."
golf? And I was like, maybe one day. I want to get to it. And he was like, all right, fuck you. I'm playing golf. I'm playing these. These are mine now.
Bro, in high school, my guidance counselor was the golf teacher, like the coach, and he would just go around in classes and just fucking try to get people to join the golf team.
Mm-hmm.
Fire.
Wanna swing at a
you
ball?
You never were enticed, Jerry?
Nah, bro.
Golf's
What was I gonna
boring, bro.
fucking
I'll get
say?
sunburned
Oh, they
out
probably
there.
played like right there on Forest Park too.
Yeah, word.
I remember one time I had an uncle. He passed away, like an older uncle. He was like in his 90s. Yeah, in fact, he's my grandma's brother. So that's like second uncle. How does that work? If he's my dad's uncle, whatever. Point
Super
is,
uncle.
That's
my
you-
great uncle, right?
Yeah, your great uncle.
Yeah.
Technically, uncle removed.
Yeah,
Technically,
I don't know.
but yeah,
Point
once
is-
removed, twice removed.
Uncle, yeah. So he was like, he used to hang out at like a bodega in Brooklyn all the time, and then one day he fell and he got hurt and he like hit his head, and they were basically like, you can't live by yourself anymore because he was already like almost 90.
He was old.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like he was like decrepit. Like he was still walking to the store. I don't know, fucking old Hispanic people just like they be doing their shit. Like
Yeah, word.
Yeah. You see him walking across the
I
street.
don't
It's
need
like, they'll
help.
make it.
Yeah,
I don't need it.
So after that, he had to start living with my grandma. Like they pretty much forced him to. So he like lived out of the spare room in my grandma's house. But the reason I bring this up in the first place is my dad and I had to like go to his apartment where he was living by himself and like clean out a bunch of stuff. And the one day I didn't go with him, he came back with like a tall shopping bag, no bullshit, with like 30 plus golf clubs in it.
Shit.
Putters and drivers. Like he just found them like at thrift stores or whatever and just took them. And like a shopping bag, like not even a case.
Oh, wait, it was in a bag?
In a shopping, like a blue shopping bag, like a plastic bag.
That's going to
yeah.
be sticking out.
Like mad heavy,
Yeah.
mad heavy. And we had them in my garage for mad long. I think my dad gave them to somebody. They weren't even like a matching set. There was like 30 different
He probably just found them.
golf
Yeah.
clubs. Honestly, it's probably what it was. He was kind of a hoarder, but it was insane. Like biker helmets and shit like that. Random
What?
stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
This is worth something.
Yeah.
To someone.
Word.
To him.
Oh, wow. It's already like...
It's already almost
It's already time?
No, what were you going to say? I saw your mouth open.
I think it's going to last a long
Go
conversation.
for
No,
it.
go for it. We're ready. We're here.
I beat that game, Persona.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, right. The game is long.
That game
It
is
is
long.
long,
I
yeah.
spent 102 hours on that game.
Wow.
It's an anime game that my sister played twice.
A popular game at that.
Yeah,
A lot
very
of-
popular.
very
It's
popular.
part, like we said before, it's part of the PlayStation Plus.
Mhm.
Yeah, if
collection.
you have PlayStation Plus or know someone that has it,
You
it's
have
free.
access to a lot of free games,
And
not
a
including
PS5,
Arkham Knight.
obviously. But
Arkham Knight will break.
But what's interesting is that with you have Persona 5, but Tatiana told me that there's Persona 5 Royale, which is like the director's cut.
Right.
I believe I spoke about this on the podcast.
I don't think you have actually.
It's basically a director's cut, Persona 5 Royale, and it's extra stuff. And Tatiana bought it, and I was like, okay, if she's willing to play this game like literally twice, I have to see what this is about. And it was pretty dope. It makes you meet some people, and not to say spoilers, it's one of those like typical anime moments where it gets you like really hype at the end, like with a lot of emotion, like yeah, like let's fucking go.
Of course, yeah.
So like I would like out of all the side characters that you choose if you want to hang out with or not, towards the end it was on some like level of like give me your energy, and I was like mad hype. Like I was real hype with like all the characters I specifically chose to have within my story, like being on my side. I was like,
Yeah,
this
like
is
you
hype.
squatted up, man.
I squatted up. That was really hype.
What was that day for us?
It was worth the It was worth the.
What was
102 hours.
What was our energy collection day?
Real life.
Yeah,
real life
like,
energy collection.
There was definitely
day?
there was a day that probably at one point we hung out and we were like Joystick, and then we put hands together and we glowed. You know, I feel
Probably
like
like
that
one of
happened.
the old
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
Honestly, it's probably one of those days where we got together with no intentions to make anything.
Anything.
We were
We
like,
just
let's
hung
just
out.
do it. And we're like, all
Yeah.
right, cool.
Yeah, we thought
Yeah.
like, on the spot. Yeah.
Honestly, probably the Chronicles.
Yeah.
That's what fuels the Chronicles. It's always
the
like,
Yeah,
whip
bro.
it out.
When
The
the
camera.
Chronicles,
Mold it.
when the Chronicles come out, that's pure energy. Our energy just on the go.
He said it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Energy on the go,
Yeah.
bro.
What was I gonna say when you were
So?
saying the hype video game ending? All I could think of was Sora and Riku when you're just mashing X and triangle at the
And that Kingdom Hearts,
yeah, man.
that was hype.
So it is time for jam, yam. How would you say jam and yam of the week in Spanish?
Yam like the food?
Sure.
Sure.
I don't know.
Oh damn.
He asked like he knew, right?
He baited
Jam.
so hard.
He was like yam like
Oh
the
my-
food.
Yeah.
All right. So
I mean, I don't know.
can you just say like
I don't
jam
know.
and yam?
Yam.
You say it in a Spanish accent.
Yam de la semana?
There you go. Thank you. Jammy yang de la
Why are you saying
Jammy, because it's
Why
the
do you
jam
gotta-
and yang, right? Jammy gang.
Jammy gang.
You gotta add some.
No!
You gotta add some flair to it.
Horrible.
Jammy yang.
Say it in Italian.
You gotta write the subtitles.
Jammy yang.
No, say it in Chinese.
No.
Say it like you just said you're jamming right now.
That's a trap.
Japanese.
No.
Oh.
No.
Indonesian.
It reminds me of the.
Indonesian.
I don't know what they sound like, so no.
Bro, you know what I
almost
think
got
of?
it.
You're
It
probably
sounds
the
like-
only one that's gonna get it. The Vulture and the Looney Tunes.
No,
No.
Oh man. No, it's time for the jam and yam of the week in English. Done.
Focus. Who's
I
going
could have done
first?
it in a different dialect. Like I could have been like the jammy yam of the week.
first?
Let's go with a non-jammer yam. Let's go with the bam of the week.
What was this? Oh, Do-Rag Activity
Yo,
by Baby Keem and
I
And
Travis
gotta
Travis
go.
Scott.
I gotta go look. I forgot the name of the song already. I played it earlier for you guys.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it was called Sleepy Time.
Yeah, just go get it. I don't
Sleepy
remember the
Time by this guy.
Eugene
It's like
Izzy.
Eugenio Izzo.
Yeah.
Eugenio Izzy.
Was that it?
Yeah.
I think that's he's
How do
right.
you just know that? Dylan?
Yeah, 'cause he
Eugenio
was on
something.
Sleepy Time, Eugenio, because
I
he was making fun of his name.
Yeah.
Is Eugenio Izzy.
Eugenio.
There you go.
Sleepy Time by Eugenio Izzy. Very dope. It's a loop track, but it's like I've heard it when I was doing stuff in the background, and it was
Yeah.
really dope.
It's
I
like
liked it.
emo with a lo-fi beat. Very cool stuff.
Basically, emo lo-fi. That's the best way to put it.
Like good for like a rainy.
Yeah, it's raining
Alright.
outside, and you want to just vibe.
Mm-hmm. You want to go? I'll go.
I'll go. Fuck it.
Alright.
Jam of the week is "Don't Go," produced by Skrillex
Don't Go,
with
guys.
Justin Bieber and Don Toliver. Don't know who told Justin Bieber to pop off in late 2021, but the guy's
Apparently
doing
he.
it.
Apparently he is.
Yeah, he is.
Good for him.
Super
Yeah,
pop
word.
Because he's
Good
like
job,
doing this
Justin
like
Oh shit.
he's doing like a more hip hop kind of flavor. He's always kind of been like a pop R&B type thing, and now
Yeah.
he's adding more like flow into it, and it gets me like hype.
Can we bring Usher back?
Nah,
No.
does he have herpes?
don't
Sorry
know.
to like throw Usher.
I mean,
under
that's
the
not
bus.
really like an whatever. Yeah.
Sorry to reveal Usher secrets. That
Yeah. It's
only
not
four
that,
of us
it's just
know.
also
like-
like not a big deal.
It's just
either.
for, I think that used to be like Jose's big fun fact. So as soon as I think Usher, I think herpes. It's just like a weird correlation, and
Some-
vice versa. It's like I'm sorry.
That's
It's-
so strange.
Bro, something that Jose always said, and I started saying it and tried. I like people started repeating it, like the whole John Boy thing you said. Sorry to bring that up after so long, but Jose would always drink water and be like, "Oh, drink water, fuck SeaWorld," And he would say that all the time. Yo, drink water. Fuck SeaWorld.
Yeah, I mean, most people hate SeaWorld's horrible, dude.
I don't like SeaWorld.
Yeah, they fucking abuse animals. Horrible shit.
Okay,
My yam of the week.
Usher did have herpes. I just wanted to clarify before I go defaming my boy, who's not actually my boy.
Yeah. Okay, good. Fun fact. Yeah.
It stays.
Yeah. So my yam of the week, I was going to pick this song last week, but it didn't exist.
Oh,
It didn't come out yet.
look
The
at
song is
that.
King of Everything by Grayscale.
I feel like I
Very
know
good
mad
song.
King of Everything songs.
Yeah,
It's like a very popular song
it's
title.
or at
name.
least it's like it's a you know, or a king of whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
like whatever the domain is. But yeah, good song. Album just came out. Honorable mention to Turnstile.
Did you pick a Grayscale song in the past?
No,
That name sounds familiar.
they were at set. We saw them live.
Oh, that's
Very
probably what
good,
it
except
is.
for the first two songs. There were sound issues, and then they weren't into the second song, so they were like, "Yo, you guys good," but the people were just not feeling it. For
Yeah,
that song.
Grayscale was pissed.
Yeah.
We legit need to have a conversation. You guys would be able to clarify more. I've just found it kind of astonishing how like every emo band just turns into a pop band.
They're literally they're all pop bands.
And I would like not now.
I will
obviously,
play them. They're a pop band.
But
yeah.
I would like you to go in depth in this at one point because it's just it kind of blows my mind.
Yeah,
Low-key.
next podcast.
Well, it makes sense because it's like, well, think about it. It's a lot of their fan base. If it's softer, it's mostly women, and if it's if it's louder, it's usually men.
Right.
But the problem what happened was that basically the song that gets on the radio is the soft one. So then they're pop punk, but then it's like, well, let's do more pop than punk. You know, it's like ratio.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I said tell me next episode.
Oh, okay.
Don't tell me now.
Sorry, guys. Next
Shut the
episode.
fuck up. Thank you for watching the Joystick Show. You can talk. Don't worry. It's fine. It was a joke, Dylan.
What did you tell our people to comment?
Your favorite Flanderism or whatever it's called.
Oh, your favorite fake word.
Huh?
Your favorite fake word and your favorite character that has
Yeah.
been flanderized.
Yeah, shout outs to Flanderism.
Shout outs to
Yeah.
flannels.
I'm kind of tired, yeah.
Flannelized.
A little bit of a stretch.
Touch my hand.
It's hot.
Connect with me.
Word, it's getting hot.
Oh yeah, connect the energy, bro.
Thank you. There we
Connect the energy.
Thank you for watching the Joystick Show, episode 54.
We're getting married.
We are. It's a bit of a shorter episode this week because I'm going away for the weekend, and your boy's not going to have a lot of time to to edit this show. That's just how it
Yeah.
be. So maybe that'll be
You're
the
gonna do
thumbnail
it.
picture.
Yo,
I'll do
we're
what?
like
What the fuck is that about? Look at that. What the fuck is I supposed to do?
Thanks for watching, for sure. Make sure to go ahead and like, subscribe, comment a character you think that has been heavily flanderized. And if you're Andy, tell us your song recommendation of the
Mhm.
week because I legit listen to them, even though I forget to comment back.
Yeah.
But I do listen to them. Last but not least, fuck, there was something, and I almost went the whole. One day, I'm gonna go through an episode and just
Not flub.
exactly. We got to do that thing that like the professional podcasters do, where they print out the paper with like the topics on it. You know,
When we have our sponsors, we'll
refer
have,
to
we'll,
it.
We'll
Word.
write. We'll
and then
write
we can
this-
lift them up.
Here's
Welcome to
Here's the soap that we said we would talk about.
Thanks for joining us. Please stick around with us when we see you next week. And
Maybe.
Any last words?
Drink water.
Fuck
Fuck
SeaWorld.
SeaWorld.
I like that.